Hello, 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 hello. I'm Lynn Browder, and I have a son, Owen, who is 12, and he has autism. We paint together, working on his fine motor skills. And he helps me paint the backgrounds with a hand-over-hand method, and then I paint the rest. It took a lot of time, which wasn't that much time, but it took a lot of time with that leaf because I was thinking I was going to make it a little more, I don't know, edgy. I'm going to try it again. I make leaves like this all the time, and we all know that there's a lot of leaves that don't look like that. So, but that's what I tend to do, is make these leaves that don't really work. Aren't real. I don't know what to say. And technically, I'll probably have stuff all over these anyway, so I just kind of do and then redo and move and remove. So today I'm like, it's been a wild couple of weeks, days, months, years, and today it just feels like it's been a very long day. Very long day. So I have been writing. Oh, there's an ant. Winter, I can't wait. This has been the season of too many bugs. Anyways, I've been writing for years and years and years and years and years. But today writing just feels hard. There's days like that where no matter what I'm attempting to say, it just doesn't feel like I'm saying the right things or expressing how I want. I write about our journey with autism, and today, like I said, just feels like I'm forcing words and can't figure out what I'm supposed to say. And that's probably about like what I'm doing right now, is I can't figure out what I'm saying. Now, my yellow paint wasn't working very well for me, and then this purple feels like it's very thick as well, but we're gonna keep just going. It'll all work out at some point. So, to say the least, I'm kind of cranky. That's I don't know how we got started on it, but when Owen's not feeling well or there's something going on, we talk about being cranky. And so he talks about his teeth being cranky, and I feel like I'm very, very, very cranky today. So that's kind of where I'm at. That wasn't what I was going for, so we're just gonna let it be. Again, it's just a no holds bar here. We're figuring this all out as we go along, and like cover up everything. So that's the way we work it. Maybe that. I don't know. So Owen has has been focusing on his days, but not the day that we're on. So he keeps concentrating on Tuesday, and then by the end of the day he was talking about next Friday, which I'm not quite sure why, but his schedule was off today because we went for a well check, and he we went to see the doctor, and we go through the process, and the doctor was evaluating how he was talking and how the communication skills have increased, and just he got a good report, but just working with him on those different things. And he was talking about going to see his teacher because his morning was thrown off by having this appointment. And he loves going to see his doctor, and he can't wait to go back in a couple months, and so he loves it. But it throws his schedule off when he's going to these appointments. So he wanted to get to his class, which I don't blame him, but I can't always make his appointments after school because that doesn't always work. So it's kind of hard. It's hard on days like this where he can't necessarily doesn't want to miss school, but he wants to go to an appointment. And I try when I can to make them later, but that, again, it doesn't always work. So we went, and he did really well, but it's just kind of hard, and it's emotional because, you know, this is my sweet baby O, and yeah, I'm trying to help him kind of navigate. He's 12, but he's gonna be a teenager before we know it, and then, you know, from there, the next phase of his life. And I really want to work on his life skills, and he needs to know how to check into places when he goes, and he needs to know how to navigate, you know, just crossing the road to get to the places, that type of thing. And so finding that common ground of how to help him figure out all of these steps, and still he's a child, so that is also hard. That's not something he should kind of know how to do this, but it's not something he technically has to know how to do. And just getting through all of those moments. So I like to overthink everything as well, and knowing that the doctor sees a lot of progress with him, and his teacher, his new teacher, he's in middle school now, she's amazing with him, and I'm so thankful for where he's already going with all of this. He just one of his therapists associated the way he repeats a lot of words and everything with the stemming reactions. Like, he does a lot of the E sounds, and he jumps a lot, or he'll look at something very intensely, and it could very easily be a repetitive stemming, but it's hard to tell where each line is with that. So learning to kind of break it down and figure out what's his motivation behind something, or is it purely related to the noises he hears, or is it something else that's putting him in that frame of mind. So, but I'm so proud of him because truly he has made incredible progress, and his doctor today really saw how much he has grown and where everything is going, and that made me feel good. Now see, I put that there, but I have all this behind. I have a mint in my mouth and then I'm chewing. So that's not quite really what I wanted to do, but we'll get there. So we are going to work on some other relaxation techniques with him, trying to get him to kind of settle in himself. We do yoga when we can, and that's helped me. He really likes it. We have a great instructor, and she puts a lot of effort into helping us kind of work through different relaxation techniques and everything. And as hard as we work to keep Owen's routine very stable, very constant, the world is never constant, and everything is changing. What we do and how we do it, that is also constantly being back and forth. So if we can figure out or try to help Owen kind of with ways to get him to understand that things are not constant, that would be extremely helpful. But we're not there yet. We're not in that trying to decide what color I want, where I want the colors. It's hard for him to process that. But today, he kept talking about Tuesday. It's Friday. He kept talking about Tuesday. He wanted to see his teacher on Tuesday. And when I dropped him off from his appointment to his teacher, he's standing right next to her, talking to me about seeing her on next Tuesday. And we're both trying to get him to understand that he is seeing her right then. Like that's the thing. He is with her, and he is just continuously talking about seeing her on Tuesday. And so she, like I said, she's absolutely wonderful with him. And she's standing there saying, "You're going to see me today. You're seeing me today." And so getting him to process days of the week and how that all works together, that in itself is a big thing. It's trying to figure out how to get him to process in the now. He gets to the point where he's so excited about something in the future, but he can't process what's happening right this minute. And so his doctor and I talked about that, and we're working again on some different thoughts, different strategies, different everything to see what we can do. See, I pretty much covered that up, and I'm like trying to figure out, we want to kind of reevaluate this here, you see. Make it a little bit, see, we can adjust. I got a lot of frilly things over there, but that's okay. So when he got home, we were able to work on words, and he kept repeating again about seeing his teacher on Tuesday. And like she goes with him and talks about how she's going to see him every day. And so she has him repeat going through, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And so when he came home, he was talking again about those days, and that's what I said, what days of the week are you going to see her? And so he started saying Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And that was something that he was able to kind of process and handle, and said many other times. So hopefully that'll get him past some of this. Lots of spiky doodles. That's what I call these things here. And you see what I did. I ended up putting that as all these little spikes. But it happens. I'm telling you, it happens a lot. But it all works out. It's okay. It's okay to be okay. Or not. I'm just kind of adding some little things, and I think we're done. I'm kind of avoiding writing for some reason today. So I do O for Owen, and then L, and B. And I'm just going to put a little bit more of this there. Sometimes I figure out random things that I feel like I need to do for whatever reason. So there we go. All right. Thanks so much for watching. You have a great rest of your day. Toodles, toodles.